Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another EVE Online video. Now, in my last one, it wasn't really an EVE Online centered video. I was just talking about other games and what's going to happen going forward in the future with this channel, etc., etc. One of the steps that I did talk about and said that I did take whenever I was coming back to EVE Online was a change of scenery, change of scenario. And that I joined up with a Null corporation. I have joined up with that Null corporation. I am currently in that space right now. Purpose of this video is just to kind of show you basically the setup that I've got going on and what I am using pretty much day to day really for my Null setup. Now I'm going to go through a few things, talk about a few things. There is some ships that won't be shown here that I will use from time to time, but it's not part of the daily routine or even the weekly routine. It's just kind of like one-offs and stuff like that, so they won't be included in this. But generally speaking, this is going to be what we are using relatively on a day-to-day basis. So starting off with the Bustard, because if I'm being honest, I would say this is my most used ship as of right now, and it will become apparent as to why this is my most used ship throughout. This is a ship that I use for picking up the planetary industry stuff. This is a ship that I use for picking up jack cans of ice, jack cans of ore. It's also used for picking up rat loot and salvage from one station to another, and I'll get onto that towards the end of the video. This generally is the most used ship that I have because if I'm going and buying something out obviously at the market, I use this to transfer. The same with station containers and getting them all set up and good to go there. It definitely 150 million% is my most used ship. It is a vital part of my daily operation here in New Eden. So what we're going to do is we are at the station right now that I am sitting in. Whenever I used to be in other nullsec corporations, the one thing that I always tried to do was hide my location. At this stage, there's no point because it's so easy. Like if you just come down to, like, if you search my character and you just show info, you can see exactly who I am and where I am and stuff like that there, and it's not too hard to find me, so there's just no point. Okay, so let's see. As you can see here, we've got station containers. If you know me, if you've seen my videos before, you know I absolutely love station containers. Ore is currently empty. Planetary industry, there's only that so far, because that was one or two rounds, not even. Rat loot, there's not much there because I haven't done much rat loot, and the same with the salvage. Okay, now this looks not like an awful lot, if I'm being completely honest, and you know what, it's not. The reason here, this here, as you can see, is ZX. Okay, so that's obviously one of the other systems that I am staying in. And as you can see, I have got this. So this is the pretty much this IGNE or IGENE is the station that I'm currently working out of, or the system that I'm currently working out of. And you can see here with my ships what I've got. So I've obviously got my Bustard here. I have got my Hulk. I have got this is a Noctis, so it is, and then this is a Porpoise, and I've also got my Ishtar. Okay, so we'll obviously talk about that as well. The Laconia, sorry, not the Laconia, the Bustard and the Hulk, they both kind of go hand in hand with each other. And what I mean by that is, yes, I use a Porpoise, but I don't use a Porpoise. I haven't used it. I've got it, but this is more for corp stuff happening. And this here as you can see, doesn't have anything in this, but it's got it's set up so that we can do mercoxic mining for whenever those anomalies appear in the system. And also right now it's just got standard salvagers on it, so it does, just so that we can do the standard Kernite and stuff like that there. Them to go hand in hand. So what will happen is I'll set out in the belt, I will jackhan as much as I possibly can, and then I'll go back into the buster, pick it all up, bring it back, drop it off at this system here, or this station here, and that's basically for these two. So it is, that's the nutshell of you know, the bustard and the Hulk. The same is over here in this system. I have I believe this is, what do you call it? This is the Mac, isn't it? It is. It's the Mac. So I don't really jackhan ice in the Mac, so this is ice only. That's why it's in a different system. So this is ice only, and I have the Mac just because it's got the bigger hold. I just set out in the belt and go for it from there, and don't jackhan anything. Drop it off the station, go back, and I'll do that. Once it gets to a certain level, what I will then do is I'll have it all compressed. I'll pop over in the bustard, pick it all up, and then I will bring it to the other station. Again, this, to be honest, this port does not get used at all. If I'm being completely honest with you, I've built it and I've got it sitting here so that if the corp wants to use it in some way, shape or form, where, you know, the corp is going out and they want, you know, a port for compression, by all means we have it there, and it's easy that I can just take this off and fit it with a gas compression as well, just in case we find something along those lines too. It is entirely up to that. As of right now, it just does not get used. Honestly, it does not get used. So we have this one, which is the Noctis. Now the Noctis is used for one thing, well, two things actually, and it's a salvager. That's all it is. It doesn't have any DPS drones in it or anything like that. Basically what I do is I will salvage wrecks, and by salvaging wrecks, I am using this ship now, which I'm going to do I'm definitely going to do a video on this, because this is the Ishtar. Does it need repaired at all? No? Okay, fair enough. So this right now is a cap stable Ishtar. So it is. So this is a cap stable Ishtar, so I can just come out. It's got the tracking for the smaller ships. We've got repairs, and you know, we've got hardeners as well. So I just go out, drop it down an MTU, which we've got here, hover it or orbit it, and you know, just go to town with the drones that we've got in here. It's all the same drones, it's just the Predator 2s, because of we're doing the blood hubs, or not the blood hubs, the blood angels, I believe they're called, isn't it? It doesn't tell you, does it? No. But yeah, so that's what I do. I will do maybe sometimes 3-4 different sites, not just always havens, but just anything that pops up really. I like rally points because they're nice and quick to get done. And then after a while I'll come back and I'll jump into the back into the Noctis, and when I jump into the Noctis I'll go out. If there is any MTUs that I've left that need picked up with the loot, I'll do that as well, but it's mostly used for salvage and not really anything else. This is really laggy for some reason. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go, because I do have another station on here. No, it's not, it's in the other one. Okay. So yeah, there's not really much else. Obviously we've looked at this one, that again, to be transported, that's really just in case I pick up any salvage or any rat loot from the belts. If there does be an ore site, an ore anomaly that pops up from time to time, which it does in that system as well, I can just bring over the Hulk and drop in there. But this this here, the glacier, is obviously because ice. That's what that is for. It's just a mech. It's not really anything special, no. So Ice Harvester 2s, the Ice Harvester upgrades, and just the shield extender, so it's a passive tanked one, not really anything else. In the terms of this, all of these is industry stuff, nothing new. We are doing researching a lot of blueprints and stuff like that, getting the copies, and then whenever we're getting the copies, we're going to eventually move into making a lot of stuff. So what happens there is I take the rat loot. Okay, basically what I do is I take the rat loot and I break it down into all of these. And when I break it down into all of these, I just ship it over to the relevant station. So that's why whenever you see the rat loot and the salvage and stuff like that there, it was quite low. Is because a lot of the rat loot that I have acquired recently have been just completely reprocessed into those materials and then shipped across over to there. I'm not making anything as of yet. We're still in the stages of researching and copying and stuff like that. We do have a buzzard because it's me. I always have a buzzard of some shape or form. I always have a buzzard. It's been used once, and this is what I've got from it in here. So that's fine. There's this because I haven't really done much. Industry materials because I moved it across. Planetary industry, blah blah blah. There we go. Rat loot again, moved it across. Salvage, we got 63 million. Ship fittings, 226 million. So that's just extra ship fittings. If and when I need something, I can just dip into there. Ships, we have got 1 billion just in case. And of course, I always like to keep tags. So we keep the tags. Now this station here, this is kind of like the corp home, but this station right here is used as kind of like, I don't want to say a bank, but it basically is. So once these containers here get to a certain level of filled, it's not really, doesn't have to be filled, but once it gets to a certain level of amount of materials in it, what I'll do is I'll pop it all into the bustard and I'll move it across to here. So like the salvage being brought in here, the ship fittings and the ships and stuff like that, they've all been brought in here as well. The rat loot was in here, but then obviously it was broken down into its reprocessed materials. All of this gets brought in here because I don't actually do the planetary industry in this system. I believe it's just in the main system that I'm working out of. Yeah, the IGE. I still haven't done this, but the IGE system, that's in there as well. Industry materials again has been moved. This I haven't done much mining as of recent, and then obviously the exploration route. So this really here, this place is just mostly for a bank rather than anything else. So basically that's the ships that I use on a daily basis. Obviously there's some ships in there, like the Ishtar that I've started using. It's taken a while to get used to the Ishtar because if you have seen any of my previous Null ratting videos, I was always doing rattlesnakes. Now, I have lost 2 Ishtars through one. I get jumped. I ended up getting one of the people at one time, but I did get jumped, and whenever I did get jumped, I lost it. And then the other one was I lost it to stupidity, which I deserved to lose it. But with that being said, even though I've lost 2 Ishtars, even down at Null prices, the Ishtars only cost about 300 million. Now, I did say that I come down with like 15 billion and setting up and stuff like that there. And that is correct. I did come down with like 15 billion. So I have spent a lot of it getting all my setup, station containers, ships, fittings, previous ships and spare ships and all stuff like that there. And stuff like that there. And what I have decided to do was I decided to just send my alt that is completely unused. He's got like 4.5 billion of mine, just to have, just so that if something does happen, I can, you know, rely on that. But that's pretty much about it. Like, what I would do here is, see, there's a large Macoxic deposit, so, you know, maybe as I'm getting stuff sorted, there's where I get the kernite and stuff like that. Let me see, what it will do is we'll remove that because I don't need that. But yeah, so what I might do is, oh, there's two. Right, okay, so it looks like we're going to do some Macoxic mining. So what we're going to do is, it's just nice and easy. What I really should do is, because the amount of times where I've left the station and had to go back to the station to change it, I really should get a mobile depot up here, and get some stuff like that. So I'm going to have to do that, where I get the mobile depot sorted. So let's get this changed. I don't know why it's been very laggy today. No, not here. So what we're going to do is we're going to take these off. I'm going to put these on, and these are damaged, but they are 35%. That's fine. Can you repair them? No. No, the Predator needs fixed, but even at that, I've still got another 10 to go, and I haven't run out of them yet. So what we'll do is we'll probably have to get out the Ishtar just to clear up that all the stuff that's up there. So we'll clear out that and then we'll do some more Macoxic mining and get a few things going. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That is it's honestly, that's everything that I have been doing recently. There's not really been much change. You know, I'll let this build up, and then what I will do is all the salvage will be moved across to there. So what we'll do is I'll just put it into this, because then that means this is everything that needs to be moved across. The ore is nothing there. Planetary industry, I'll leave that for another couple of weeks, and then we'll move that across. Let this fill up and then reprocess everything, and then move that stuff to the industry materials side of things. But yeah, that's it. That's going to do it for me. Honestly, like, there's been some other ships, like if I come down here, like the prospects, you know, for gas mining or wormhole mining, that's there. Now, wormholes are a wee bit of a different scenario, different story down here, because as soon as wormholes appear up, it seems to be that, you know, some people will be like, do you want or is anyone looking to do this wormhole? And if the answer is no, then what happens there is where the fuck does the station go? Oh, it's taking it, just load. It's so laggy today. What will happen is if no one wants to use the wormhole, it will get rolled. So that is that. But yeah, to be honest, I haven't even touched the Winter Nexus stuff. I've obviously been getting just the normal login rewards and stuff like that, but I'm not actually using any of I'm not actually doing any of the stuff. But what I'm thinking about doing is do some more Macoxic mining for now, just while my son is sleeping, because he's not well. And speaking of which, he's just woken up. Yeah, and then we're going to do some might do some exploration and stuff like that. But ladies and gentlemen, that is going to do it for me. Until next time, thank you for watching.